See that right there? It's my football. I love this damn thing. Alright guys, what's going on? What's happening out there in the YouTube world? Not much apparently. Tonight just thought I would talk about quarterbacks, which should be interesting nonetheless, see what everybody thinks about certain quarterbacks in the division. I'm gonna go a little reverse and talk about the Cowboys quarterback situation last. Let's start off with Philly. You know, they have Donovan McNabb, who for the longest time was the best quarterback in the division. He was on a good roll, good pace last year until he just messed up his knee, and then Jeff Garcia stepped in, but McNabb is gonna be back. He's Philly's starter no matter what, unless he gets injured, which is a big concern. You know, Eagles fans have to agree that this guy's, you know, he's been pretty injury prone these last few years, so you know they have to worry about that a little. Um, Again, he's coming in again as the best quarterback in the division. Nobody's dethroned him of that yet. He's led a team to the Super Bowl where he blew it, but he got him there. Behind him, they have AJ Feely, who is their primary backup. I think if McNabb gets injured, they're gonna go with AJ Feely. I mean, and behind AJ Feely, you have Kevin Cobb, a rookie they drafted in the second round out of Houston, I believe. I think they're gonna groom him like the Cowboys groomed Tony Romo. Just put him away for a few years, a couple of years, and just let him learn the system. Maybe move up into to primary backup. Don't throw him out to the wolves, and just let him, you know, go from there. See what the kid can do. Like I said, he's not gonna get in this year. Probably, you know, Feely's the backup. If anything happens to McNabb, it's gonna be Feely. Cobb is, you know, he'll get eaten alive. Um, Philly, you know, they're pretty good in quarterback. So I mean, Feely's decent. He's no Garcia. They're gonna hurt without if they really have to rely on Feely. You know, Garcia played very well last year when he came in, as he always does in West Coast offenses. That was proven in Philly, and if you look at what he did in Detroit and the Browns, you know, he can do squat because it was in a West Coast offense. Moving on, we move on to the Giants, who have a mildly retarded quarterback in Eli Manning. He looks like a Manning, he talks like a Manning, but he doesn't play like a Manning. Then again, you know, what did his father ever do? So maybe Peyton's the exception in the family. You know, Eli's not going to do much next year. He's lost without Tiki, and Coughlin's not a very nurturing coach. So I think once, you know, they're going nowhere, and Eli's just going to regress even more. And behind him, they got this, I forget his name, but the dude's a 270-pound quarterback. They call him the hefty lefty. Dude's big. I don't know what he can do. Really don't know. Don't care, because Giants ain't going to do anything anyway. Then we come back to, you know, then we narrow it down to the two young bucks in the division. One of them is, for the Redskins, they got Jason Campbell. Campbell has got all the tools and all the weapons to be a very successful quarterback in this league. He's got mobility, he's got accuracy, he's got a decent arm. He's got Randall, Lloyd, Moss, Portis, Betts, Cooley. He's got it good there. He's got his weapons, you know. He's got his talent. What he doesn't have is a decent line. It's a decent line, but they're gonna be hurting without Dielman at guard. They never really replaced that, and their tackles are getting up there in age a little. So, you know, and also the Redskins D is gonna be hurt. Isn't gonna be too good this year with that lack of pass rush. So Campbell is gonna be relied on to put up a lot of points. And for a quarterback coming up in his second year starting, you know, that's going to be tough on him. But again, he has the weapons and skills, so he might be able to pull it off. But you know, with that D hurting, it's going to put a lot of pressure on him. And then we come to Miss America's quarterback, you know, Mr. Charisma, you know, Tony Romo. He showed signs of greatness last year, like in the Thanksgiving game and the Carolina game. He showed his good in the clutch in the New York game. He did good in the Washington game. You know, if not for a drop pass and a blown field goal assignment and a blown interception, you know, Dallas had to do a lot to lose that game. You know, he played well, but then in other games like the Philly game, he played not so well because the defense was stinking up and that was putting a lot of pressure on him. Like, what might happen with Campbell if, you can't put that much pressure on the quarterback. So, Romo's gonna, he has the weapons. He's got Terrell Owens, Terry Glenn, Jason Witten, Marion Barber, Julius Jones. You know, Dallas has the best core of receivers that has yet to take a snap. Miles Austin, Sam Hurd, Jamaica Rector he's shown some signs. So we've got, he's got a good line. A very good line actually, in my opinion, and he's got a defense that the style is changing, but not too much. It's going to be more for the players, so the defense should be good. So I think Romo is in a better position than Campbell. Not saying he's necessarily going to be better or if he's going to be worse, but he's in a better position than Campbell. And he's got the swagger which every quarterback needs. I mean, some people say he's too cocky, he's not spending enough time with the team, but I mean, come on, it's the off season. The guy's doing what he's doing. He's been there every day at the Valley Ranch for everything. So Romo, I think he has all the potential and the talent and the weapons to do something and be something special for the Cowboys. You Backup wise, I'm not happy at all because I think Brad Johnson he's done. Yeah, he won a Super Bowl, but it was at that Tampa Bay defense. Anybody could win a Super Bowl with that Tampa Bay defense. Faya Colette could have been quarterback and Tampa would have won. So I don't like Brad Johnson. I wish Drew Bledsoe was still the backup quarterback. I really like Drew and what he did. He Cowboys hadn't had a quarterback with a winning record since Aikman before Drew. So I really like what Drew did. I wish he was still there. Behind Johnson, we have Matt Baker, who's a practice squad player. Matt Moore, who played pretty good for Oregon, and Rich Bartell, who played very well for North Texas. So we've got some project QBs, maybe, further down the line, 4 or 5 years down the line, if once Romo's time here is done. But I think the safest quarterback situation is Philly. They have their quarterback. He's a proven winner. The worst off is New York. They have a quarterback who is not going to make it. He is not mentally able to be a quarterback. He can't lead. He gets too nervous. And the biggest upsides are Campbell and Romo. I mean, those guys are young and they have all the talent. So we'll see what they can do. Aside from them in the rest of the NFL, you have Vince Young, Matt Leinart, but they're in different areas, and Vince Young doesn't really have weapons, and Matt Leinart has the weapons, but his offensive line and his defense aren't all that well. So I think the best young quarterback is going to come out of this division between Romo and Campbell. That's about what I think. Let me know what you guys think. I'm sure a lot of you guys have different opinions on this. So hit me up, guys. Peace out.